SCV ready. Huh? Bad news? Ah! You scared me! SCV ready.
Yeah, I don't read their distraction. Whenever they talk, I don't even read.
SCV ready.
I just play and play my game.
SCV ready.
Hey, what up, Caveman? Yeah, what up, Duke?
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Go. Huh? SCV ready. Ah! Sure thing. SCV ready. Bad news? What's going on? In the rear with the gear. Go, go, go. SCV ready. This better be good. Been waiting on you. Armed. By the numbers, boys. You gonna give me your... Who wants some? You want a piece of me, boy?
Command center upgrade complete.
By the numbers, boys. Well, butter my biscuit. Go ahead. Gangway, coming through.
Link speed.
Who wants some?
Base is under attack.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? This better be good. Ah! You scared me!
Add-on complete.
Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready.
Might need a break for a bit. I should get a new server? What do you mean? Oh, you're gonna make your own server? Sweet. Well, you're artistic, so I'm sure you can have fun with your art.
Ready to raise some hell. Armed, been waiting. Big job, huh? Bad news.
That's what I'm doing.
Ready
I'm
to
using
raise
my
some hell.
artistic enjoyment.
What's going on? Ready to raise some
Base is under attack.
This better be good. Ready to raise some hell. Where's the hot?
Research complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Go ahead. Ready to raise some hell. Yep. Ready to raise some hell. You gonna give me orders? Wait. Ready to raise some hell. Roger that. Light it up. Bad news? This better be good.
Center upgrade.
SCV ready. Roger that. Where's the hot action? You gonna give me orders? What's going on? Are you ready for this? Right on. Sounds sweet. All day long. Rubber. Is that it?
Add-on complete.
Pedal to the metal. The hot axe ready to raise some hell. Eat napalm. Let's do this. Word. Hell yeah. I'm going in. Ah! What's going on? Yo. Light it up. Ready to raise some hell. SCV ready. Daylight. Are you ready for this? In the rear. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. Uh-huh. Where's the hot action? Fire! Fire! Yeah! Light it up! I'm waiting on... Talk to me, boss! Pedal to the metal. Is that it? Hell yeah! Absolutely! Daylight's burning. I'm going in. All day long. Rubber.
Mineral field depleted.
Sounds sweet. Pedal to the metal. Is that it?
Who called in the fleet? Well,
Go ahead. Huh? Ah!
Mineral field depleted.
What's going on? Yeah.
Our SCVs are under attack.
it's a trap.
Research complete.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Reporting for action.
Mineral field depleted.
Yeah. Go ahead. In the rear with bad news, huh?
How can we help? Got freedom?
Are you ready for this? What's going on? Yes, sir.
Mineral
Ready to
field
raise
depleted.
some hell.
Reporting for
Base is under attack.
course set. Moving into position. Perfect.
Where's the hot action?
We have you on screen.
Ready to raise some hell.
Easy. Initiating. Of course. As you say. Full speed. Flight plan is locked. As you say. Easy. Moving into position.
Ready to raise some hell.
Course set. Perfect.
SCV ready. Big job, huh? Waiting on you. Get some.
We're returning fire!
That's right. Fire, fire.
Add-on complete.
Who called in the fleet? You hail?
Add-on complete.
What is it?
War is here.
Yes, Commander. Who called in the fleet?
SCV ready. War is here. Stick around. Hit me. SCV ready. Sure thing. Bad news? We hear you.
Oh, really?
Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Yeah, whatever. War is here.
You hailed?
Go ahead. Be in the rear with big job, huh?
Roger. Yes, Commander. Oh, really? Well,
Your forces are under attack.
Ready to raise some hell. Ready to raise some hell.
Squadron
Hit me.
patching you through.
Vespine Geyser exhausted.
What is it? Yes, Commander. You hail? Okay. You hailed? What is it?
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Oh, really?
War is here. Light it up.
Yes,
Ready to raise some hell.
Vespine Geyser exhausted.
Ready to raise some hell. What's going on?
Mineral field depleted.
well,
Ready to raise some hell.
you hail?
Ready to raise some hell.
is it?
SCV ready.
Hatch.
Ready to raise some hell.
Your forces are under attack.
SCV ready.
Oh, really?
SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell.
Yes, Commander. Well,
Ready to raise some hell. Yep. What's going on? Ah, go ahead. Big job, huh? Ready to raise some hell. Bad news? Sure thing. Ready to raise some hell.
patching you through.
Talk to me, boss. Ready to raise some hell. Yes, sir.
Command center upgrade complete.
Smoking. Right on. I'm going in. Let's do this. Light it up. In the rear. Ah! Big job.
Mineral field depleted.
Are you ready? Where? I'm waiting on you. Ready? Let's do this. Hell yeah. Sounds sweet.
Mineral field depleted.
Right on. Burn rubber. Talk to me,
Who
boss.
called in the fleet?
Are you ready for this? Light it up. All day long. Pedal to the metal. I'm waiting on you. I'm going in. Ready?
Mineral field depleted.
Rubber.
Mineral field depleted.
Word. Focus. Right on.
Who called in the fleet?
Are you ready for this? I'm in a heap of trouble. Where's the hot action? Huh? For SCV ready. Yeah.
Yes, Commander. Well, you hit.
SCV ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, Commander. En route.
SCV ready. Let's do this.
Oh, you hailed? Yes, Commander.
Talk to me, boss. Get me. Got something for me. I am heavy metal.
Who called in the fleet?
Daylight's burning. I'm going in. Sounds sweet. Word.
Oh, really?
Feel the thunder.
Well, engage.
I'm in a heap of trouble.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Thor is here. I am heavy metal. Go ahead. Get me back.
Well, take it slow.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, really?
Research complete. Command center upgrade complete.
Patching you through. What is it?
Stay out, will ya?
Vespine geyser. Mineral field depleted. Mineral
Yeah.
field depleted.
That's what I practice when I do my when I practice versus Zerg.
Vespine geyser exhausted. Mineral field depleted.
Oh shit, we got him.
Mineral field.
So he wants you to like get distracted. He just wants to throw that out there. There's no reason he would copy pasta that and paste it if he didn't want to distract you or make you think he's not good or make you think he's, you know, not trolling, but, you know, not taking the game serious. Good luck, sexy, was what I meant to say. You see how he's trying to distract? Everything's about distraction. Whenever somebody types early, I just don't even read it. Now, usually they're able to get inside and see what's going on because the Reaper comes out first. So Terrans, a lot of Terrans go with the Reaper first. And notice with the Reaper first, I don't get my Marine in time, and then they go in with the Overlord, scout everything, and then leave before the Marines come out and do damage. So it's a good way for them to scout early on, and it's all because you're going for a Reaper to scout as well. So for me to scout and deny them, I go for a later Reaper, which is fine, or I scan, which is kind of like what I'm trying to work on, is scanning, because if I have the Reaper and they go for link speed, I have to get up there quick and scout. But I feel like with a scan, I don't have to worry about that, and I could go on, switch over to tank if I see a Roach Warren. So for the meantime, I'm not going for a Reaper. I go for 2 Marines just to make sure if it tries to go in, it's gonna get killed before it can spot what it wants to see. I wanted to go factories here, but because they can spot it with the good vision that they have a pretty good wide range. I'm putting them in the back so they have to commit to whatever they have to decide to without them knowing what I'm doing. And I go for 3 Marines, 1 over here, and then another one over here, just to make sure I know where they're at. And then I go with the Marines. I go towards them. They always like to send some lings in the front so that your Marines can go over to the bottom right here and shoot them, so that the Overlord can go and grab a peek. So they try to distract you with some lings, force you to get your Marines over there. So with 3 Marines, I can go over there and just harass the lings and still keep the defense of keeping them off my back. Now he's working the rocks, so you can have a better way to like break in and not have to worry about tight choke. Around this time, this is when Overlord speed kicks in. So Zergs that go for Overlord speed, they want to see what you're doing. And the good thing about this opener, or slightly this kind of arrangement, is that the moment that they come in to scout everything, I'm ready to move out anyways. So they're gonna see it anyways in a couple seconds, because they usually have lings over here, or lings over here, or over here, which in this case he has them right there. And because they have them right there, they're gonna see my Hellions, which I don't mind, as long as I scan them and seen that there's no Roach Warren. So I usually scan no Roach Warren, or I go into starports, and then force out some roaches or force out some Ling Bane. And then the next thing I do is I kill the creep. I try to kill the creep around this area. The reason why is because it makes it easier for me to like kill the Ling Banes if he does try to push in and defend this base right here. I try to like make sure that there's very minimal creep. So by killing the creep here, it's very important. That's why I need the scan. Now that I killed the creep, I can back off a little bit. I mean, I can go inside and start killing them, but I don't want to play it that risky every time and just kind of like run in and try to do damage, and all of a sudden the lings come and I get surrounded. As you can see, there's lings right here waiting, so if I get my Hellions inside here, he can get the queens in, kind of trap me like a funnel a little bit, and get the lings and kill my Hellions. So we don't want to do that. Even though I can kill some drones, that's not the kind of lead that I want to do just yet, because it's a risk reward here, and it's sometimes, in most cases, it's not worth it if there's roaches or something he's making, if I didn't spot it for some whatever reason, or sometimes there's spines. So I try not to get in a habit of killing these drones right off the bat, but these queens were I was whittling these queens down, so I ran in afterwards. And yeah, they are okay, but I still lost them. But the good thing about it is that I did that afterwards because my BCs were going to be coming soon. My Marines come in to help, the 3 Marines that I had over there at the main base. Those Marines come in and they help me. They usually stay in an area where it lets me know that the Bailings and Lings are coming, so I usually use that, and I use it to kind of like help me with the queens whenever the opportunity arises. So the Marines are over here in the dead space, the area where he can't really see. And then there goes the vision. I can see the Bailings and Lings. Hey, thank you so much, Zoe Main. What up, TTYBB? How you doing? From Locos. That's Locos emote, right? There he goes again. Kill the creep. Slow him down, because the creep's gonna help him just spread out. So my main goal with the Hellions are a couple things. Kill the creep, That's the main priority. Force some lings or some roaches and bailings, ling bailings, or roaches. Because it's so early in the game, they have to get something to counter them, or they just defend a little bit and try to protect. The other thing is, when I get close to my BCs, I start scanning this area to see if there's gonna be corruptors. I was trying to hit this area to kill the larva. That's what I was going for. But the cocoons already hatched, or the cocoons were making, so can't kill them with when they're cocoons. Now here I'm just whittling down the energy of the queens because I'm gonna attack them with some BCs, and you'll see me scan in a little bit. So there goes the scan. The scanning allows me to know if it's too late or not too late to go for the BCs to go harass and blink in. If not, I'll have to go over there the slow way. But I always kind of like pressure early just to kind of like make sure that they're not going for it. So sometimes the spire's not there, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's Hydra is dead. But it looked okay. I was like, okay, cool, I'll teleport now. I know it's gonna be corruptors, but at least I have a little bit of time. He didn't make them yet. Now I could have went for another Hellion run by, or if I didn't lose them, I could have went over here to the bottom and killed some drones. So I gotta get into a habit of like keeping them alive, so when the BCs come, I can go hit them when the queens are not gonna be there. Now the Liberators are to kill the bunches of mutas. I kind of figured there might be corruptors, but the Liberators kind of helped me splash damage those mutas. I already knew there was no Spire because I killed the Spire, so whatever he has is what he has now. So I knew I didn't have to worry about too much of the Liberators getting killed by too many air. There goes my Hellions to go do some damage. Figured I could do like a Liberator. That's a nice little pool spot right there for the Hellions not to run so quickly over there, so that was pretty good. Having a little concave, or just a somewhat of a wall. Sim City, they call it. Checking if I have a third. Burrows the Ling. That way you can have a handle on what I'm doing. So he's getting his vision. So I know now he's gonna go for Lings, Mutas, maybe Corruptors, and Queens for the meantime. That's more or less what he's doing. So he's most likely gonna spend his money on Corruptors because he keeps seeing BCs. Since he sees BCs, Corruptors would be the best thing for him in this case, at least in their eyes. They can go for Hydras, but I haven't seen Hydras yet, so I kind of doubt that the Hydra switch was coming. He's already creeping up to get to my base. Now that base is mine because he can't deal. The Queens can't deal with the Thors, and the Mutas can't deal with the Thors. The Corruptors can deal with the BCs. That's what the Widow Mines are for. And the Lings, if they were to get Lings, I would back up my Thors with the Widow Mines as well. So the Widow Mines kind of take care of two things: the Lings and the Corruptors. And I decided to go for my Widow Mines right on top of this area in case he didn't make a hatchery yet, so that I can keep this from going up for a little while. So now I put the Widow Mines over to this area because I'm going to push them. Right here what I'm going to do is maybe try to take out the layer tech. He went into Hive because it energizes your hatchery every time it upgrades, and at the same time tech. So close to taking it out. There goes the Widow Mines. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna kill all the creep that I can. Keep them blind, you know? Now, I saw a drone go down here, so I assumed there was going to be a hatchery and drones, but yep, it's going to make an expo. Kill those creep tumors again. Slow down the creep tumors. Now I wanted to keep harassing this area. Now I chose to go over here because I have the Widow Mines over here. So with the Widow Mines I can kind of like push them over here to me and then run to the Widow Mines. There he goes, he's chasing me, so now I gotta run to my Widow Mines. He's gonna think I'm more of a suicidal attack right now, just killing whatever I can, so he's gonna be chasing them. Sometimes they'll catch the widow mines, but sometimes they're just like, oh shit, I forgot about them. They didn't move. So I put them right here where the widow mines are, and then go kill that base with the BCs. Now that we know it's there. I'm just waiting for the mutas to get there and then bounce. Go back over here, finish off this, take out the hive, take out the spire. Because this was gonna be a BC suicide. The BCs would come in, do as much damage, kill the right tech, and then die pretty much to the corruptors and mutas. Mainly to the corruptors, but he didn't have that many this time. But it was still going to be a suicidal attack to the to take out the tech. GG.